A Fox 35 developing story now. A flesh-eating bacteria is forcing a local man to stay in the hospital fighting for his life. His doctors say something as small as a simple cut is to blame. Fox 35's Caroline Coles is hearing from that man's wife tonight.
This rare but life-threatening infection can happen right here near the water, which is why officials say you should never go near the water with an open wound. A blister the size of a pimple turned into a life-altering infection for Mark Lipko, leaving him glued to his hospital bed.
He had turned fatal.
Fighting for his life after contracting a flesh-eating bacteria. His wife, Karen Lipko, recalls the horrifying moment it all began. She tells us Mark was working around lakes in Orange and Seminole counties after the recent hurricanes, delivering propane.
You can pick this up anywhere, but we're thinking it was some standing water somewhere or the lake that he was at, and maybe got it in an abrasion.
Karen says by the time they reached the hospital, doctors discovered the bacteria had spread rapidly, attacking his body.
Ended up being a flesh-eating bacteria, and it ate all of the insides of the soft tissue inside of his gut. Now he has a colostomy bag. We do not know how long that he has to wear this for.
It is a very uncommon bacteria.
Dr. Case Tedder, a family medicine doctor, explains although flesh-eating bacteria is extremely rare, you can contact it from places right here in Florida.
You can contract the bacteria through multiple different avenues: soil contamination, water contamination, or food contamination. And so usually when an individual gets the bacteria, it's through a cut or open wound.
Health experts also warn that bacteria like this thrive in warm standing water, making lakes and ponds a potential risk, especially for those with open wounds. Kim's husband is now on his 9th surgery in just under 2 months.
She had to keep going out and keep scraping to get all of the bacteria. Thank God it looks like we've gotten all of it, and he's on the mend.
Now, if someone does come in contact with potentially contaminated water, you should cover it with a waterproof bandage. You should also wash it thoroughly afterwards. Thankfully, Mark is recovering. His wife says he should be back to normal within the next 2 to 3 months. Reporting for Fox 35 News, I'm Caroline Coles.
And we saw a huge surge in flesh-eating bacteria cases after Hurricane Milton moved through. Many of them were reported along the Gulf Coast, where the flooding was at its worst. So far this year, Florida's had 82 cases and 16 deaths. That is the highest total since the state started keeping track back in 2015.